In the past few months, the internet at large seems to have discovered Little Witch Academia. And that's awesome because LWA is a fantastic series. Today I'll be looking at the first animated short. The story follows Akko and her friends/roommates, Sucy and Lotte, through a particularly exciting day at Luna Nova, a school for witches. Even though this animated short is very, very short indeed at 26 minutes, they still manage to get a lot of personality into these characters. Akko's energetic enthusiasm is endearing. Lotte, who's the Ron at this particular version of Hogwarts,
I hate her already,
is a bland sort of nice, and that's hard to get too upset at. Now, Sucy, who seems to be a lot of people's favorite character, is smart, but in a hyper-focused to the point of obsessive way, as well as being super-duper deadpan. The final character of note is Diana Malfoy, Cavendish, who's smart, talented, posh, and she knows it. All the characters work because they're brimming with personality. This is achieved through the excellent voice acting and cartoony art style. These factors combine to make the cast super expressive and really bring their personalities across. Now let's look at the art as a whole. You may have noticed a certain visual similarity between Little Witch Academia and Studio Trigger's other show, Kill la Kill. And even though LWA is a lot more grounded, there's still a lot of crazy on-screen visuals. You know, in a way, Little Witch reminds me of 1980s animated movies like Secret of Nim or The Last Unicorn, with its soft color palette and high level of detail in the environments. Now, as you would expect in anything to do with witches, magic is important, and it's well realized here, with lots of sparkles and flashes of magical mojo flying everywhere in a visually appealing manner. Finally, the monsters look pretty good, and very reminiscent of old Final Fantasy games. Alright, now on to the story.
How much did they have to pay J.K. Rowling in royalties, I wonder?
Hey, it's not that much of a ripoff, it's just set at a school for witches.
in,
England.
And
And the main character has a red-haired friend.
and
A blonde bully from a higher social class. There's a sorcerer's stone.
and
And the Patil twins are right frickin' there. Okay, it's an homage, but it's more than that.
oh, and don't forget about the Room of Requirement.
Little Witch Academia combines fantasy, action, and comedy. The comedy is provided by the interactions between our main leads, as well as animated physical comedy. They also weave exposition into the narrative pretty well, and that's one of the biggest advantages of the school setting. It's completely natural for long-winded exposition dumps to just happen. But LWA is also good at telling its story without words. The main antagonist-ish thing is a magic-absorbing dragon. And you know its special ability because every time it gets zapped, it gets visibly bigger and stronger. The only real problem I have with the plot is the solution. You see, in the Room of Requirement, Akko finds a special magical weapon once wielded by her childhood hero, Shining Chariot. The reason why it's there is never even hinted at. Did Chariot, who works at the school disguised as a teacher by the way, hide it there? If so, why not just keep it in her broom closet? But that problem is caused by the briefness of this short. Anyway, now it's time to break down the good and the bad in Little Witch Academia. On the good side, the short has great characters, animation, and is very, very good at world building. And it's funny to boot. On the downside, the pacing is a little bit weird, and stuff isn't very well explained. But those are minor nitpicks, so I give Little Witch Academia a 4.5 out of 5. If you're so inclined, go check it out on Netflix. And if you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel on YouTube at StupidPrivate913, or find my Facebook and Deviantart pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.